to show you some things that you can do easily, some good morning stretches, some night stretches to bring you down from all the stress of the world that you are feeling when you go through your busy life. And sometimes we forget to just connect with the mat. So I'm going to just work out some kinks in my body. And what I've got today, and you can use whatever you have, foam roller will double for anything. These are great for rolling out sore muscles after workouts and really being kind to your tissue. Really, really important. But I also love to use them for my meditation practice, for my stretch practice. And don't be afraid of meditation. I want you to think about it as just time with yourself. So I've also got a yoga block. You could use a pillow, you could roll up a towel, whatever you have that's in your house. Don't worry, you don't need to be fancy. So one of the things that I like to start with, when we wake up in the morning, we are very, very, very tight. So what I like to do is I like to open up my inner thighs, my groin area, and just take a nice deep breath. So inhaling and exhaling. And with the inhales and exhales, what I'm trying to do is get more length through my hamstring. So inhaling, exhaling. The other thing you could do is if you do end up having 2 yoga blocks, you could set them up either on the tall edge or the short edge to just let it go a little bit more. So I've also got another block. I'll grab it just to show you what to do here. So if you have both of those blocks, or even you rolled up towels, gives you a little bit more length. So just inhaling and exhaling. Now I'm showing you that breathing. What I want to get is deeper belly breathing. So inhaling through the belly and exhaling rather than breathing up in here. So see, this is chest breathing. So it's inhaling and exhaling through the belly. So getting through the belly and exhaling. Now, crossing the legs, nice and tall. So really important to inhale and be super tall. Just the simple act of sitting up tall and not rounding through the shoulders makes us feel happier. So we know that when we have depressed people, many of them will walk in this rounded feeling of not feeling good about themselves. And when we get them just sitting up tall, shoulders back, inhaling, immediately we feel better. So we're going to inhale, exhale, and just rotate. Come back, inhale, exhale, go to the other side. So I can see that I've got some tension in my back. How I slept last night, I had a pillow up above my head. So if this was my pillow, I'm sleeping like this, and I love to lay on my side. So I can feel just from breathing that I can feel a little bit limited in my spine. So I'm going to take another inhale, exhale, rotate to your right. Inhale, exhale, rotate. So just the simple act of inhaling and exhaling into rotation. Now we want to make sure that we're not really pushing anything. We want to just be breathing tall and just finding that nice space, because this is just getting you going in the morning. You're just starting your day. We're not getting aggressive with the stretches. So just inhaling and exhaling. My second thing that I would do after I just wake up, cross my legs, just breathe. I would open up through that inner thigh area, and then I would cross my legs and I would do both sides. So inhaling and exhaling. Then I would switch the legs for my inhale and exhale. But my third favorite thing, so I guess that was 3, is my foam roller. I try to spend time every single day in this position, especially if I've had a really busy day with my kids or there's a lot of stress going on at work. I will grab my foam roller, get down to the floor, you don't even need a mat, and I will put on some really soft, relaxing music. And what I like to do is get onto my foam roller, so all the way onto your back, and what I'm making sure is that my shoulder blades are right in between the foam roller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that, again, if you wanted a little towel rolled up underneath you, you can. but I'm gonna get onto my foam roller. You can see that I'll be opening up through my chest already, and my palms are facing out. So it's really important that you open through your chest and your rib cage, and that your palms stay open. So you're gonna tuck that chin, you're gonna inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hands and I'm gonna put them right along my rib cage, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm breathing right into my rib cage. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now you do not need to have a foam roller for this one, but I'm gonna tell you that if you can just start to breathe better, you can burn more calories with just breathing properly. And people think the simple act of breathing is, we just take it for granted, it's not important, but it's so important in your workouts. It's really important for your pelvic floor. It's really important for depression, anxiety, reducing stress. So if you do not have a foam roller, what I want you to do is get a rolled up towel, lay yourself down, okay? And then what you're gonna do is focus on, I'm gonna grab my roller so it doesn't roll away. I want you to really focus in on inhaling and exhaling through the belly. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take the hands again, right at the side of the rib cage, and inhale. Exhale. You'll notice that your belly should rise. You should see my belly rise when I'm breathing in properly. This is chest breathing, so I'm really getting heavy in my chest and I'm breathing through the chest and we're sucking in, and we live in this space, but where we want to live is push that all down. So just breathing out and then inhaling into the ribs. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Once you've got that breathing, I want you to take your hands down, and I want you to take a moment, whether you're waking up or going to bed at night, but just to breathe into your rib cage. So inhaling through, filling the belly, and then exhaling. It's always really helpful if you can close your eyes, get connected with the ground, and really breathe. So the power of this, I can feel already that my blood pressure is coming down. It's early morning, or it's late at night, or maybe it's in the middle of your day, but we're bringing down the blood pressure. We're reducing our cortisol, which is gonna help us reduce belly fat, because when we're stressed, we are creating so much belly fat. So the other thing that I wanna do is, if you're gonna be getting back up into that position, I already feel so amazing. I can feel like my blood pressure and even my energy has come down from being super heightened to a lot lower, just from the simple act of laying on my foam roller and using this block, okay? So the other thing that I want you to do is get into a nice tall position, okay? I'll show you side view and I'll show you forward view. So get into a nice tall position, and then you're gonna take your leg, one leg straight and one leg over. So what we're looking for here, and I'll show you in this angle, we don't want to be hiked up in the knee up towards your body. We want to try to keep it open. I can sense already that I'm going to have a little bit of a tighter area on my right than I am my left. So you can do this lying back, or you can do this just sitting up. Okay, so showing you in the sitting up position, you're going to inhale into that whole midsection that we just breathed into. So inhale, exhale, pressing that knee down with your breath. So inhale, exhale. This is what it would look like if we were lying and doing this stretch in this position. So again, I'm gonna grab myself a block. I like to have my head elevated just a little bit, nice and long. So I'm gonna inhale, exhale, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm pressing it away from the body. Okay, so if you're in this position on your back, you're gonna add an inhale, exhale, pushing it away from the body. I'm gonna give you that second leg on the laying position. So again, inhaling, exhaling. So draw it in either with your abdomen, I'm very tight in my glute and piriformis area, or use your hand. So inhale, exhale, keeping this knee away from the body. So if I show you that back up in that sitting position, okay, so here's these couple of good stretches for you. Again, if you needed a block because you feel like you just can't get your knee up or down, or it's just feeling way too high, get a little bit of support, play around with it. I know already, and I bet you if I took a photo, that this leg is a lot lower than my other leg. So let's just do a comparison. So this one has not been stretched yet, and this one has been stretched, and you can see that this is already elevated a little bit more. So I'm gonna have to work on some range of motion on this side of my body. So what we're gonna do, again, if I'm doing this in that sitting position, is to inhale into it, exhale, inhale. You can have a block to measure if you're able to let go, or even just use a hand to see if you can get into that space. So inhale and exhale. So what we're trying to do here is let go of any of the tension in our hips. These are great stretches to give you a visual. I hope that you like this. It's very important to connect with the ground, reconnect, and make sure that you are adding yourself a meditation practice. Come down, stretch, so that you can get after your day in a super healthy way. Thanks you guys so much, and let me know what you think below.